This part's for YouTube. You guys can skip ahead if you want, but I'm having some troubles with YouTube in terms of content. So, YouTube, this is me reacting to the episode, which a lot of people do. What I am doing is I'm reacting to the episode. Obviously, the episode's lowered and edited because obviously to avoid copyright, I transform it. I also provide commentary throughout the entire thing, and I also give my thoughts while watching and pausing it, and I also review the episode at the end, providing commentary and review. So this is what this is under. I hope you enjoy the video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are back for One Piece episode 1075. Last week was, I mean, if you check out the reaction, I know like about 1,000 of you have watched it, but if you click on this one, make sure you check out that reaction because I went like that action sequence. Like I get the Zoro episode, the Sanji episode was phenomenal. Don't get it twisted. The Zoro episode up until this point for me was probably the best action One Piece episode ever, probably. I know the episode where all the supernovas were fighting Kaido was obviously top tier too, but that episode with Zoro was on another level. But now we had the last week's episode where that like 3.5 minute sequence with Luffy with the lightning and Kaido, oh my god, that whole sequence, the direction, the ending finale with Luffy emerging with the fist of God, that episode was literally generational. Last week was phenomenal. I don't think they're gonna top it this week, but from what I heard, I think Koyama directed this week's episode, and I'm not familiar with his work, but I hear a lot of people on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, were hyping this episode up that it was really well made. So I'm excited to watch it as per usual. If you like my reaction, if you like the Pirate Warriors 4 content, which I'm covering, there will be a live stream, I guess, I think around 4 a.m. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comment section below what part of the reaction or the episode was your favorite part. Let's get into it. Wow. All right. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh wow, bro! Momonosuke is absolutely bewildered. Dog, wait. We again. I mentioned it last week, but we got to talk about how Yamato goes. Look at that fist. He could punch a hole in Onigashima. No, if he punches Onigashima, it is gone, dude. The way the fist is scaled, it's like 2 Onigashima. The way they're like, oh my god! Wow, what a wow, man. Wow. Okay, they got Kaido said. Oh, Kaido said, "Let's get it too." Wow. Okay. I thought last week was insane, but this week's still on. Oh, this is gonna be nasty. This is gonna be nasty. Oh, dude, this episode just starting off literally heat. It looks. Wow, that looks so good. Wait. Hold on. Whoa, wait a second. Look, I saw this in the manga, and in the manga, it was kind of hard to visualize because of the effects of the fire that are exuding. But I did obviously over time I did figure out that it was basically Kaido inside of like a giant fly, like he's basically in a flame Susanoo right now, and you could see it in that shot where you could see like a shadow of a dragon inside the fire. Again, dude, the scale that they're like in the anime makes it look like insanity. I know obviously it was massive in the manga, but this just looks for like I thought they were gonna maybe like take it easy this episode until the finale, like kind of how they usually do it. But they are like this episode's amazing so far. Art and animation is crazy. He's basically like Akainu. I like how both of them have like properties in their power. Wow, he literally looks like Shenron now. He's that big. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, this is so cool. This looks so insane. Oh my god! I love the way they're. Wow. And it's making like a golden hue. Okay, wow. They just start off the episode with like with wow. Okay, okay. First off, it's insane how big Luffy is, like or his fist was. It's insane that Kaido is like he can coil around the Bajrang gun like 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 probably a couple times. Like he is like massive, dude. Just like wow, like that whole sequence, man. I like the golden hue aspect too because it's obviously kind of like a callback to obviously they mentioned Hyogoro and like the Ryuo stuff. I love that that was like a callback. Maybe that's what the golden like coloring was, and I just really love that, man. That sequence was really that phenomenal. Even the lighting right here, just like the art direction is like, oh wow, he just hit civilians with that thing. I'm assuming they died. Oh well, I mean, if they didn't die with the Kanabo, he killed them with the gunshots. Wow. Oh my god, the art. Wow. Okay, so I love what they're doing right here. Like, again, I know maybe people aren't fans of the pacing, whatever, but I like the direction of just how these scenes are going, like, and the importance of obviously the. We know the importance of Luffy versus Kaido, but I feel like it's easy to get lost in the like the details or like the animation or like wow, this is just cool. But it's good for them to reaffirm the stakes that are at stake, literally. So the way whoever directed this sequence right here with this like kind of flashback of the like Hakumai and Udon and all that stuff, and like the way they're framing these shots is just honestly like mesmerizing. This whole sequence, I'm like, I can't really say anything aside from just this is just beautiful to look at and like just kind of take it in. It's a lot of like beautiful work from the animators, the direction. Just again, just I just want to give my flowers to them because this is directed beautifully so far. Oh my god, this shit's making me so mad. I forgot how much I hated Orochi. The voice actor, which I think he did Dr. Hero Luke as well from Thriller Bark, he pissing me off. Last week felt like I was watching like a masterclass in animation. This week I feel like I'm watching a movie. Like I legitimately feel so engaged right now with how they're this flashback is being like demonstrated. Wait a minute. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. It's been years since Wano has started in the anime. But that moment with the woman and her child, I wasn't that moment like earlier on in the arc where they were trying to show how messed up the land was. I feel like I saw that image way earlier, and I don't think they ever showed it in the anime to show how severe like the drought, the poisoning of the soil, everything was. But to take that frame and do it, if they didn't do it before, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But if I'm right and they didn't do it before, to take that part and then never do it or use it, and to add it here, that was I mean, it just again maybe reminds a lot of people how dark Wano is with like at least the context of everything going on. Oh man. Oh, this is awful, man. Oh, this has so many layers, man. Okay. I gotta ask y'all this question. Is Orochi the most despicable character in One Piece? Now look, I get the Celestial Dragon, specifically I think it was Saint Charlos, right? Is really bad. Just the bad Celestial Dragons in general are really bad. Right? Any one of the higher ups. And I get that we've seen some horrible stuff from them, and the stuff that they did to like Boa and like just Jinbei and all that stuff, awful, awful. But I guess what I'm trying to say, like in the modern like sense of the story, where we're like in the where Luffy's at in the modern day, quote unquote, is Luffy or Orochi the most despicable person? That for me, I think he might be because like it might be the voice acting because I never like when I read the manga, I thought he was a bad person, obviously, but I never got it to this extent. The voice acting, the fault, like the stakes that they're putting here right now, where like they're all starving and then they finally get food, but it's just Orochi messing with them again, giving them faulty smile fruit, so now they're poisoned and they have to laugh and they can't. Oh man, now the like them, their kids are gonna get poisoned. I don't know, man. Like Orochi is he's up there. He has to be up there with like the celestial dragon in terms of this like being despicable. Oh, I thought that was Robin. Oh, this is fire. That is fire. Wait, that wow. Oh, this track starts again. Is that the poem that she said? Oh my god, I'm about to cry. Yeah, bro, let's go. Let's go. Oh man, this. Oh my god, this episode is legitimately beautiful. I know you probably can't hear it because of the sound reduction and everything, but obviously next week's episode is the finale. Wow. So this is the review segment. Obviously, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Obviously, this will be cut up and stuff, but wow. First off, I just last week's episode was legitimately hype, but obviously but the first half of the Momo stuff was really good and obviously gave a lot of character to him. But obviously what kind of overshadowed that a lot was the insanity that was Luffy versus Kaido up until the finale and everything, where he, brought the fist out. That whole episode was a masterclass in animation and fighting. But this episode, the pacing, it was as bad as it's weird. It's as bad as usual, right? Where it's like just one chapter, maybe. However, the way this episode was directed, because look, when you're adapting something, you don't just take the panels, put it to put it in a slideshow, and then that's your anime, right? I get it. Some people might like it that way, where it's like one to one, just adapt the damn manga and don't change anything, whatever. But the way they elevated, I would hate it if it was done poorly, but the direction, the art, the music, the like style, the colors, the symbolism, all of that stuff was just wham, wham, just hitting so hard. Because while last week I was super hyped, this week I was just in awe because the direction with the beautiful anime like art, the part where Orochi was about to hit or kill Hiyori, but the symbolism of like, which I thought was Robin, of the hand of Toki with her like her prayer that she sent to the future that haunted him for years, for the past 2 decades, reached in right at his neck, and then boom, he comes in and decapitates him. That Denjiro comes in and decapitates him. That was just such beautiful, beautiful work of art. Amazing. Leading up to the part with Momo too. Hiyori got hers. Now we got Momo to live up to his end of the bargain. This episode, literally, like it's a meme now, but this episode was a movie. The way the content was and how it was delivered, it was just a masterclass, in my opinion, anyway. It was beautiful. I don't know if it's a 10 out of 10 episode, obviously, because of the pacing. But I don't know, man. The direction that this episode had, you could argue that maybe they laid it on a bit too thick. But I liked it because Wano has been, like, even in the manga, Wano has been going on for so long. I think it might be the longest arc, if I'm not mistaken. But Wano was going on for so long that one could argue that you could forget the stakes. You kind of, especially if you're reading weekly, you're probably thinking, okay, this is hype. When is this gonna end? When is next arc? What are we thinking? When is blah blah blah. That could get into your mind when you're reading that weekly, right? For the past like 3 or 4 years, more than that probably. But some people could be forgiven if they forget the exact stakes of what happened. Because, bro, we've been at Onigashima for like probably 2 years now, maybe 2.5. Like I went on hiatus. I haven't uploaded to my channel in 2 years, and that was when we were in the raid of Onigashima. So like it's kind of crazy how long it's been. So people might forget that Luffy, like that whole part stuff with the factory, the poisoning, the smile apples, the like they added that extra layer of darkness of like preying on them when they're out there weak waiting for food, but then they get food and it's a smile fruit. Like this episode perfectly illustrated how important it is for both Orochi and Kaido to be gone. Now, would people want to just see Kaido get beat and move on to the next episode? Sure, I get it, because now we're just at a clash, right? So we're at the final part. Next week is the final episode of Luffy versus Kaido. I am curious how long this fight's going to be when you compile down all these insane moments of fighting from Luffy and Kaido, because it's been a long one, and it's kind of weird to think we're here in the anime. So again, enough tirading and stuff. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below about this episode. I don't know if I'd like it better than last week's episode or not, but I think this week's episode, maybe emotionally, I probably liked it more. But last week, in terms like last week hype, and even this week was kind of hype with the Flame Bagua, but last week with that sequence was like up here, but like the hype for me this week was like here. But in terms of like art, cinema, like setting like everything into motion, the emotional aspect of the journey, this episode was like up here. It was beautifully directed. I love the way this episode went out. Obviously, pacing could have been better, but I loved it. So let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.